up, Last War family? It is your friendly neighborhood Last War guy, Joe Knows, from server 384. Today we're going to be going into a full breakdown of the best way to get to that base skin or anything else that you're wanting from the store, from the egg extravaganza. We're going to get into that in detail. Before we get started, though, you guys know I tell you about Sky Castle Games all the time. If you click on the link inside of my YouTube videos that have the link inside of it, like this one will today, you're going to be able to go right into here. It is going to take you to your invite screen. You go down, scroll down, click on the Last War Survival, and it gives you a full breakdown of exactly how it works. You're going to be able to look right here and see what the current discount bundles are. It's going to walk you through step by step how to get into here, how to use it, and how to just maximize and help yourself become a whale, or as I am, a dolphin, and spend your money to the best that you can on it. So as we're getting into that, though, let's go ahead and get back to the game itself, and let's go ahead and break down the Easter celebration. All right, so let's get into it here. A little bit of freezing up to go here. But as we get into it here, you're going to see, you guys know that this is my specialty. How to spend on Last War is the stuff that I do the best and help you guys out with the best. So you're going to go ahead and look at the lucky Easter eggs here. Go back and watch my other video on it, but 100% getting the battle pass for it is definitely worth it. And inside the video for that, I break it down in full. But let's go and look in the Easter store first and foremost. Let's figure out what we want from the Easter store. And I'm going to tell you how many times you're going to need to win to get to whatever you're trying to get from it, okay? So we've got a very new cool base skin. So you got Dr. Gatcha. That's kind of a cool name. He's going to boost your hero attack, and whenever he's equipped. And then he's going to boost your hero attack and your hero defense when in stock by 5%. Each of these are 5%. Love that the game makes it where each base has the same boost of hero attack in it. I think I could change my mind about that later, but right now I like that it's the same each time. Kind of takes out a little bit of the thinking about it. But as you guys always know, obviously people can go in here and overspend and spend very quickly and get those base skins immediately, and then other people can spend all the time and think that they're getting it done and still not get to what they need to get to as far as getting to the base skin. So as always, I'm going to show you guys how to get that base skin, what the best things to do are. So let's go ahead and get into that. So first thing you've got to do is you've got to enable the 5 spins. There is no risk inside of this game. So when you're trying to get to a base skin, you've got to do the 5 spins each time, because the 5 spins are going to increase the chances that you get extra ones of these boxes, extra ones of the eggs, and all the stuff that gives you the best value. So the second thing you want to do is daily. You do not want to exceed, and I would say at this point in the game for most of us, level 7 is going to be your highest you want to go. You want to maximize those boxes that you can get, where you could potentially get 1,000 vouchers, 100 vouchers, 10 vouchers, or the normal 1 voucher. And we'll look at that breakdown real quickly. So you've got a 95.89% chance of getting 1 voucher, 4% of getting 10, a 0.1% chance of getting 100, and a 0.01% chance of getting 1,000 vouchers. So that 1,000 is very unlikely, but it can happen. But daily, you don't want to use more spins than can get you to at least this level at the absolute max. Once you got into there, you got to stop. But I do think you should stop at 7. We all have enough of the gold shards at this point. Probably not worth it. All right, so from the first day, if you buy the battle pass, you should be able to get 35 of the tokens. I've already used 5 of my tokens today. And then from there, we're going to have to do our spins first, but let's go ahead and start doing it. And then I'll show you where to get the rest of the tokens you need from it. So look at that. So lucky you've drawn an Easter egg pattern and got the following prizes. Had I not had it on triple spin, had it already 5-time spin, and I only had it on a 1 spin, then I would have not gotten as many of these. I got 2 times 5, so we got 10 of those, where we would have only gotten 2 of them before. So the double egg plus, it looks like anything, is going to give you the Easter vouchers, and we were able to get 10 of those instead of 2 of those because of the 5 spins. That's why I always say use the 5 spins each and every single time. Speed ups, you can't hate on speed ups. So 5 minutes of speed ups there on the next spin. All right. keep going here. Ceramics. I don't love ceramics, guys. You do really run out of a need for them. Hopefully they'll add something later in the game that will make that change. But another 10. Had we only done one spin again, it would have been way more time consuming, and we would have only gotten 2 of those instead of getting it times 5, where we were getting the 10. All right, upgrade ore chest is coming up right now. We're only going to pick one of them, and that's okay. So it's going to spin around in circles for us here. Oh, they changed it. That's cool. So it's a flip card now. So I only get 1 card to flip, so we're going to just pick the middle one, go for it, see what happens. Hey, I don't hate that at all. That's a nice one. So times 5 on it, you can't beat that at all. That's 10,000 ores. I like that. They have upgraded that reward, it looks like. I really like this, guys. All right, let's do one more spin. From our 35 total spins today, let's see where we're at. All right, so 1 egg is not going to give you anything, it looks like. It's going to give the other stuff. All right, there we are. And we got up to, let's see here. Perfect. So we were able to get to level 5 and almost to level 6. And then here, at the top of it too, you're going to want to make sure if you're spending it all, you're getting to at least 500 total spins, so you can get those 200 free vouchers for sure. I love these as well, but that is a big jump. It's a big leap. At 100% would agree that's a big leap. All right, so I always talk to you guys about it. What are the best buys on these? Okay, so daily you're going to get 1 of them for free. See this 49% up here next to the 99-cent one? That's going to give you 2 tokens right there, okay, for 99 cents, for $1. Then 49%, you're going to get, for 2%, is another 49%, 4 more tokens. So 6 tokens right there for $3 total. The $5 one is obviously going to be a little bit worse, but you're going to get 8 of those. It's 3,940%. I don't know if I said the right thing up here. 4,900%, 4,900%, excuse me for the misspeak. But for $5, you're going to get 8 tokens. That's going to be at 390. Oh my gosh, Josh, guys. Sorry. Joe, come on, get it together. 3,940%. Sorry, making a bunch of videos for you guys today. Then it's going to drop down on this one. The $10 one is going down to 32%, and that's because the $20 one is going to give you the golden egg to help and to give your team an egg. So as far as tokens go, it's exactly the same. You see that? So the cost is $10. You're getting $10. You're getting 13 tokens for $10. You're getting 26 tokens, which is double 13 for $20, which is double. That is, double of the dollar amount as well. So if you can see that, you're going to get 1 of those eggs. That's why they went up to 35% on that one. Why did they go back to 300? I keep saying 32%. I'm sorry. You guys would know what I'm trying to say, the thousands here. So 350, 3,580, 332, 3,220. It's going back to the 3,270%. Well, that's going to drop in the amount that you're getting. It's $50 per $50 tokens for, you get 60 tokens. So obviously the price per token went up, but you get 2 of those eggs, and then you're at 3,200% if you get the 3 eggs. Okay, so as you guys always know, I say the must buys are the $5 and below ones. I usually say the $10 and below daily is a good buy as well, but I am going to change it and say that if you want some of these eggs for your teammates, that's perfectly fine to jump up to that level. Maybe skip the $10 one day and get it the next day. And that's probably what I will do this time around, because it is right. That is a little bit better value because you're going to get the diamonds from that, and you're going to get some yourself. So silly that the game calls red rubies diamonds, but whatever, right? All right, so what I would do is I would either do the 5, 7, 8 daily, right? So you're going to do that $8 daily, and or if you want to want to make sure you get the base skin, because that won't get it, the $8 won't. But if you want to make sure you get the base skin, you can do the $20 every other day, and then the $5 and below. Okay, as I've shown you guys multiple times, getting 13 tokens in one day, 13, the 8, the 4, and the 2, plus the free tokens you're going to get. You're going to have enough to be able to get to your maximum if you are patient, first of all. Second of all, if you're using the enable 5 times. And if you stop daily, okay? You got to stop daily at the max here, okay? When you do that, you're going to be able to get your 999 tickets to get your base skin if that's what you're wanting, with very little cost there. It's not going to be that expensive to get it. I mean, it's not cheap, but you're going to be in a range of the bottom number I've seen. And obviously, if someone gets 1,000 tickets, that's just luck. You can't do anything about that. That can't tell you a dollar amount for that one. But on the averages for the $100 tickets that you can potentially get in the normal tickets, you're going to be able to get to that for somewhere between $240 to a maximum amount of $300, $240 to $300 if you buy those $10 and below packs daily. And again, I think it's probably better so you can get the actual eggs. Probably better to do the eggs if you're going to do that though, and do the $20 every other day. You're going to get to what you need to get to. Let's click here and see. So let's get to how many vouchers we have here. I love that it's available in that now. There we are. And as you guys can see, I'm at 48 vouchers already today. I love these spin games, guys. They're the absolute best. And you're going to be able to get to that almost certainly. And I'm going to show you guys some more of stuff, and we'll do a full breakdown of the descriptions on here as well, as I always do for you. So 1.5% of the times on spins, you're going to get the 3 eggs, okay? When you get to that, you're going to have 20 of the eggs for free. That's incredible, right? Don't forget, though, when you're doing the 5 spins, that's going to give you 5 times that, which means you're going to get 100 eggs 1.5% of the time. All right, how often are you needing that? Obviously, how many tokens are you going to need for that? It ends up being a little bit less than 500 tokens are going to get you that guaranteed. All right, so you're going to get three boxes of the lucky voucher chest are going to be popping up, where you get that 10 if you match all 3. That's going to be 0.2% of the time, and you're going to get that times 5 again when you do the 5 spins. All right, the gold shards, they need to really change this to weapon shards. If any of the devs are listening, change this to weapon shards, guys. We're done with gold shards, please. Okay, thank you. That's a 0.5% of the time. You're going to get your, this is not a great one, but the epic resource chest, that's going to happen 2% of the time. The ceramics are the worst. That's going to happen 5% of the time. And speed ups, remember it's going to be 5 times this too, so that's great. So the 5 times on the 5-minute speed ups, that's 100 minutes of speed ups already, so it's going to be 500 minutes of speed ups. Check my math on it. I believe I'm right on that, but 9.1% of the time. All right, so you guys already saw me do the 2 identical patterns on the eggs 2 times already, and that gave us 10 tickets instead of 2 tickets. So that's going to happen 18.1% of the time. That's going to be the real thing, the grinder that you're doing that's going to work. That's how this math that I talked to you guys about works, is you're going to get those enough. That 18% of the time the spins, it's going to pop up enough in those patterns if you do the path I just showed you, to where you're going to be able to get those and get those good, and get those at that full 18% of the time, maybe even slightly more. And then you're going to do that multiplied times 5. You're going to get 10 tickets every time you do that, okay? 1.9 for 5% of the time, you're going to get the 2 voucher chests. Remember, again, that's going to be 10 voucher chests. And that 10 vouchers instead is going to maximize your chances of getting up to, don't think I've ever gotten 1,000 vouchers before, but I've definitely gotten the 100 and the 10s multiple times. You're going to get those as well. We're going to look at the gold shards. They're going to be at, I'm going to skip these pretty quickly, but 1.95%. The purple resource chests are going to be 6.46%. The stupid ceramics are going to be 13.06%. And the 5-minute speed ups are going to be 20.30%. And then any 3 unique patterns is going to give you Easter Lucky Box on here. So the Easter Lucky Box is going to give you, this is a 20% of the time you're going to get this. You're going to get Easter vouchers 2, Easter candy 20, you're going to get to choose, right? Or Easter candy 10. Is it a choose? No, it's a lucky box. You're going to get one of those options. And then the chest prize reveal. So the lucky Easter egg chest is going to be 40% of the time. The lucky ore chest are going to be 60% of the time. You guys saw that I got very lucky. I got the 2,000. I don't get that very much, but I got, especially not when I only have one select. And y'all have watched many of my videos. If you have in the past, you go back and watch the other event videos, the gambling game videos, and you'll see I don't get that very much. But got the 10 11.11% of the time is what it looks like it pops up out of the 60% of the chest, and you're going to get that 11.11% of the time. 1,000 is going to be 22.22%, and then the 66.67% chance there. So very cool. And the same thing for the vouchers, 11.11% of the time. 40 vouchers, you're going to get those a pretty frequent amount of the time on it. 22.22%, 20 of the vouchers, and 66.66%, you get 10 vouchers. Awesome. And then remember, that's going to be times 5 each time. So that's going to be 200 vouchers if you land on this one. If you land on this one, it's going to be 100 vouchers. And if you land on this one, it's going to be the 50 vouchers. Very cool. All right, how to play. You guys have watched me play. We don't need to see that. And then here it'll show you the record. That's pretty cool. So it actually shows you everything you've done for today. So you guys can see I got the speed ups. I got the 5 times lucky oars. So you can kind of check your stuff on it. I don't know if that's been on there in the past, but that's really cool. All right, so let's see. I don't think it'll pop up and give us any trouble on this. It'll just get me 5 of the tokens just so we can do one more real quickly. And there we are. All right, so what the heck happened here? Let's click off and click back. There we go. All right, we're going to do one more spin. You see that here? So it went up. Each spin gets you to those boxes. Ooh, 2 eggs again. So another 10 of the vouchers. Very nice. And then as you can see here, this is not maxing out in a daily. This is going to be through the whole process getting to this. So I've gotten 40 spins already. And as you can see here, I'd really like to get to this one next. So that means I need to get 10 of the ceramics. And then I don't know, what does it say? Unlocks after claiming prerequisite. So it doesn't tell you which one of the ones you're going to need for that. But also, I don't know, for 2 of the ore boxes, I might punt that. I mean, I'm not sure. We'll see later, though. But as you can see, I already have 58 of them. Don't spend on the small stuff first. Save them all up. Wait till the end. Get yourself what you're wanting the most first. Like, this is my last one of these that I don't have. So I might get this. And, guys, I don't 100% know. I've got a lot of base skins already. I don't know if I'll spend with all the gorilla stuff right now because I have so many base skins. I don't know if I'll get the Dr. Gatcha this time. But as always, I love to show you guys how to do it. It's going to be between $240 and a maximum of $300 if you spread it out over the full time. If you try to get it all in one day, I've done the math on it. It's going to cost you around. I mean, you could get lucky again, but if your luck is taken out of it, you don't get the 1,000 vouchers on one of the spins. You're gonna be looking at about $400 plus, $400 to $450 to be able to get that base day one. Okay, so typically speaking, I'm getting it on the 3rd to last day or the 2nd to last day of it. So these are 8 days total of it. So when you're getting to that ending part of it, 3 days left or 2 days left is typically when I'm getting it myself. So as always, thank you guys so much for watching. And last thing on it, you got your Easter gift. Pop that open. We'll do a video later on about the egg hugger. It is a purple one. I wouldn't worry about the spending on this as much because the purples are just not as good of decor. So I wouldn't try to get to this 200. That's $2,000. That's too much, guys. Probably the max you're going to want to get to on this one is going to be that $400 would be the max I would get to on it, most likely. Might be worth pushing to that to get to these if you want to be able to get to your top 2 here. If you want to get both of these, you can probably get that for around $400. More likely, though, you're going to be able to get the base skin and then maybe 2 of these. All right, guys, as always, this has been great. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is your friendly neighborhood last word guide, Joe Knows, signing out.